In Canada, I was reading the national newspaper, one of them at least, the National Post, just the other day, and there was a really fun editorial in there, a story by a gal. Her name was Robin Urbach. I thought it was kind of cute because she touched on two things. One, of course, was the Canada Post story, which is that the Liberal government now in Canada says, we don't like what the former government did. They stopped mail delivery in a bunch of places that people don't care about anyway, but we're smarter than everybody else. We're bringing it back. We're going to start wasting that $500 million a year again because we're smarter than everybody else. But she referred it to milk delivery, and she said they should also force the delivery of milk again. What about all these people that no longer get milk delivered to their homes? So let's lose a couple of $1 billion a year there as well. And I took particular fun with that. You get it? Hey, I used to be a milkman. The only job I ever had in my life, and I got to tell you, it was the most fun I ever had in my life. I think I was a milkman for 2 years when I was 17 and 18 years of age in a small town in rural Alberta, Canada. I could share a lot of neat stories with you about the milkman. Anyway, that kind of brought back some good memories. In Canada, too, there's a Conservative member of Parliament. Her name is Candice Bergen. I know Candice. She's a neat gal. She's right-wing, and she's right there with me and John Wayne, don't you know? But recently she was talking in the House of Parliament about the Prime Minister and said, what a hypocrite. You're entitled to your entitlements. I mean, $100,000 a year for nannies for your kids. And you said, hey, we can't do that when you're running for office. And now you're in the office and you got that. It's a double standard. It's kind of like guns. Nobody should have a gun, but I want people around me with guns. But you can't look after your life, but I can look after mine. I won't pay for you to look after your kids, but you got to pay for mine. This is a bad guy. I heard his answer. He stood up in the House of Parliament, and his response was something like, it was total disconnect. I mean, you're talking about oranges and he stood up and told you about the price of apples. I mean, the guy is just somewhere else. And now you have the Indian band here in northern, I think it's in Ontario, that have had a real big number of suicides. And it's a big concern, and we all get that, right? I mean, but now they're saying to Trudeau, the leader of the country, oh, how did that ever happen? That's a mystery. Here's a guy that's never had a job. He's a part-time school teacher for a short while, and he's running a country. Oh, somebody help me. In any event, the Indian band now are saying to Trudeau, we will not be satisfied until you come up with a long-term solution to the suicide. We are partners and we want investments. Really, these people all think that that comes down to money? How is that? I mean, I kind of think it's a lifestyle. I think it's an influence of a lot of different things. But to call on the government and say, give us more money, I don't know. I mean, I wish them well. I mean, the suicide thing, it's a horrible thing. We're all there, but is this the right path? You want a solution, right? And is that the path to solution? Now you have that same federal government today is just about Canada, and you got Trudeau again. He's saying nobody should smoke cigarettes. I don't like that. I'm banning menthol cigarettes now, which he's done. Oh, but by the way, I'm going to legalize marijuana and everybody can smoke joints. Oh, there's a disconnect still. Have you got that verbiage there, disconnect? Use that every time you think of Canada and Justin Trudeau. Hey, y'all, come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.